Good morning, it's Randy here from Randy Cycle Service. Getting ready to embark on a little ride here. It's Monday, July 26th, about 8 a.m. and I'm getting ready to take off on the Honda on what we call the Loop. That's going to be about a 500-mile round trip leaving here Rhodesville, heading up to the DC area. We're going to make a trip across the Bay Bridge through Annapolis, over onto the eastern shore of Maryland, down to the eastern shore of Virginia, back across the Big Bay Bridge to Norfolk, come back up via Virginia Beach and back to Rhodesville. Again, about 480 miles or so. I'm going to try to do it in a day and give you all a shot of what it's like riding a vintage bike that far in one day. So this ought to be fun. I've got the trip meter reset. We're showing 1,356 miles right now on the clock, and hope to add to that by about 500 miles a day without any problems. All the gear's loaded on. We're set to go. So stay tuned and you'll see what happens. Alright, well, it's about 10 o'clock and I'm here at the Dahlgren Wayside. Took a little longer to get here as it seems like everything's under construction, including the bridge behind me here. So it looks like I'm going to be sitting in a little traffic there to get across into Maryland. Pretty much par for the course in Virginia in the summertime. Seems like they have to repave everything. So I'll probably strike out across here in a minute. Meanwhile, I'll just enjoy this beautiful view of the river behind me and nice peace and quiet that a weekday usually brings. Bike's running wonderful. We're about 46 miles into the ride now, and couldn't ask for a better day. So we'll keep updating as we move along. Well, it's about 1:20 right now, and I am standing in Cambridge, Maryland on Route 50 on the Eastern Shore. It took me a little longer to get over here than I expected, simply because of the traffic. The volume coming out of DC now for folks going to the beach, even on a weekday now, is incredibly heavy. So that probably put a delay in my travel time by at least an hour, hour and a half. It was about a 15-mile backup at the Bay Bridge as well there at Annapolis, so like I said, just slow crawl. Fortunately, we got a beautiful day out here. I'm standing here by the Chesapeake River, and bike is performing flawlessly. It's about 85 degrees, which is a nice break from our 100 degree that we've had for the last, week and a half now. So it's actually a pleasure to get out and actually do some riding. And so I'm standing here now and just taking a little break and enjoying the view, and I'm going to keep moving on and look forward to providing a few more video responses so everybody can see how the tride's going. Here's another shot of the road I'm on. This is actually at the Chesapeake River again. This is old Route 50, and up there you can kind of see the old bridge where it been turned into a fishing pier now. The old Route 50 bridge across the Chesapeake River in Cambridge, Maryland. It's nice and deserted now, nice and quiet. Freeway off to the left here is pretty busy though, carrying all those weekend travelers out to the beaches, to Ocean City and Rehoboth, Delaware, and all those places, Assateague Island and so forth. So I'm just hanging out here in the shade of this nice big tree here, enjoying it, enjoying the ride on the packed up Honda here, and it's doing exceptionally well. I have nothing to complain about. This thing is just doing everything I've asked of it and then some, and some of this riding has been between 3,500 and 4,500 RPM the whole day on the highway, especially around the Beltway, around DC and everything. Just clicked over 1,540 miles, so added a few more since I talked to you this morning. Well, everybody, it's about 5 p.m. and here I am standing at the north entrance of the Bay Bridge Tunnel heading to Norfolk. You can see it behind me back there, all 18 miles of it. That's a lot of bridge. Anyway, Honda's doing great. We're at 1,682 miles and got about another 200 to go to get home. So it's again about 5 o'clock, so I've been on the road since 8 this morning, so not bad. Pretty good day. Weather's held out, everything's doing good. Getting about 45 to 48 miles to the gallon as well. Looking forward to this nice cruise across this bridge. It's always a beautiful ride. It's calm, not windy today, so it should be a wonderful ride. So I'll check back in with you here a little bit later. Just thought I'd put a little perspective on this as well. We are standing at what is the mouth of the Chesapeake Bay. This is actually, if I look off to the left, right over there, you can barely see through the trees. You can start to see some of the water. That's actually the Atlantic Ocean. Over here on the right is the Chesapeake Bay, and it goes all the way up to its end in Maryland. Right there you can see the bridge heading out across there. That one big span of the bridge actually jumps over to Fisherman's Island. And then from there it goes on down and it kind of disappears out there, you can see in one spot. That's the first tunnel that goes underneath one of the channels for the shipping lanes. These are some of the busiest shipping lanes in the world as I understand it, because all the cargo that comes in through Baltimore and Washington DC and places like that has to come right through here to come out of the Atlantic Ocean. Alright, I hope everybody can see me now. It's about almost 9 o'clock, and as you can notice, it's almost dark. I made it back in about 13 hours, and the official odometer reading is now 1,875 miles. That's total mileage from what I stated first of the video. So let's see what that adds up to. Just a shade over 500 miles in 13 hours. And that's basically only stopping for food and a couple of short breaks, and that was it. So back safe and sound. Bike did wonderfully, and couldn't ask for anything better out of a ride. Didn't even have to use the rain suit this time around. We'll see you next time.